Good evening, good evening, good evening. The Living Well Live. We are here, we are in the building, and as usual, I want you to come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor. He writes out all of my prescriptions. He gives me all of my medicine. Where? In the room. Put your hands together, claps in the chat, claps in the chat. Good evening and welcome to the Living Well Live. Tonight is such a special night. I am so excited for tonight's Living Well episode. We will be having my beautiful niece, my beautiful queen, the former Miss Full Figured North Carolina, the current mother, stay-at-home mom, military wife, taking the West Coast by storm, Shae Knight. I will be having her join here momentarily. I am so excited, y'all. We are in the Wife Conversations. We are in a new series, The Wife Conversations, and tonight, wives, potential wives, ex-wives, fiancés, girlfriends, happy wives, sad wives, mad wives, all the wives. We are coming together tonight because this is our safe space. This is our space to share freely and openly, to be aligned with our purpose, to be empowered, to be our very best selves, the best you can be. Because when you are the best you can be, then you are better for everybody else. We are choosing to live well. That is what the Living Well is about. Not only are we drinking from the well that will never run dry, we will never thirst again because God gives us every single thing that we need, but we're making choices daily to live well, and I am so very excited. I am not going to delay this evening by talking too much. I'm going to bring Shae on. Y'all make sure when you jump on that you say hello, say hi in the chat, talk to me so I can talk back. Okay, I need to see you. Hi, Anna. Good evening. Welcome to the Living Well. Kylie, good evening. Welcome to the Living Well. I see our queen is in the building. Shae, welcome to the Living Well. My queen is in the building. Teacher Cassandra Mitchell, welcome to the Living Well. Y'all come on and get on in the room. I'm gonna tell you, Teacher Cassandra, that message from Sunday has been on my mind. After this, ... there will be glory. That's the message I have for you tonight, wives. After this, there will be glory. Okay, it's just a season. We going through seasons, but we're getting through seasons. Hey, Tim, what up, family? How you doing? Welcome to the Living Well. Hey, TK, welcome to the Living Well. Let me get Shae on the line. Let's see. Shae, when you click add a request to join. Hey, Michelle, hello, good evening, my love. Welcome to the Living Well. Welcome to the Living Well. So glad to have you here. I am so excited. Teacher Cassandra, that message, I've been marinating on that. It was so good. It really, really helped me. You know, we try to rush God's process. And that's something that we can learn from at Y. Hey, Kia, welcome to the well, sis. Welcome to the well. We try to rush God's process in our lives. He got us going step by step by step. And because we are unsure about the steps, we rush him, right? And when we rush him, I'm just waiting for Shae to be an option to join. But when we rush him, we messing up the process. We're diverting it. We're causing ourselves delays. We offering up sacrifices. We offering our husbands alternatives because we don't feel like we meet you know the qualifications, and God is like, I got something for you. I got something for your marriage. I have something for your motherhood. I have something for you as a woman. I have something for you as an entrepreneur. I have something for you as in every different phase and every different hat that we wear. God has something for us. Hey, Shae. Hey. What is it? Hey, Shelly, the mother of Shae is in the building. Shae, for some reason, it is not giving me the option to add you. Go out, Shae, and come back in. It's like you don't have the add option. I need to get you. Go out and come back. Oh, no, there it goes. Shae, add. There we go. Approve. Yes. Come on, get my girl in. Hey, Shae, you should be coming on here soon. But we just have to use, there she is.
There we go. Hey.
The queen is in the building.
I was trying to come in from my iPad. It wouldn't let me do it from my iPad. So
okay.
It's working on my phone though. Hey,
okay,
y'all.
Good. It's a little bit hard to hear you. I can hear you, but you sound kind of far away.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hopefully y'all let me know if y'all can hear her. Tim said we need a book from you. I'm working on it, Tim. I am working on it. Thank you so much. I'm working on a book. Actually, I feel that confirmation coming. Shelly, hey. We see you. Tell your mother, hey, Shae. She's in the room.
Hey, mommy.
Well, Shae Baldwin, good evening and welcome to the Living Well.
Hi. Hey, everyone. Thank you for having me, Aunt Rachel.
It is my pleasure to have you. I'm so honored that I know you are very selective and protective of your space. That is one of the things that I admire about you. I have told you that before. So I'm so grateful that you chose to share in our space. Okay, Frozen said you sound good. Kia said you sound good. So good. Shae, introduce yourself to the Living Well.
Okay, hey y'all. I am Shae Baldwin. I am 27. I'll actually be 28 next week.
Yeah.
I am a mom of two. I have a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, and a wife to the amazing Christopher Baldwin. I am currently in San Diego, California, because Christopher is in the Navy. So this is our first duty station. My family lives in North Carolina, most of them. So I'm adjusting still 2 years later.
Yeah.
But God is good. I was blessed with a great church family and some great friends here.
Awesome. It's always good. God orders our steps before we even go, So we never would have thought, when I'll say when I met Chris, I know you and Chris have a long history. Me, Shae.
Move back.
He said, in which way, babe? Sorry, he's our tech guru behind the scenes.
Move back.
He said move over into the camera some. He's not telling me which way. Hopefully he'll put it in the chat.
Maybe just move back.
I never would have thought. Well, I met Chris when we went to Ocean City, Maryland, for for Rhonda and Ian's wedding vow renewal. And I never would have thought that day that here we would be several years later, you marry and he done moved you across the country, across the United States, literally to the West Coast. But we always knew you were going to be a West Coast girly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
It's just,
I don't want to be a West Coast girly.
No, you don't. You don't want to be the West Coast.
Well, my dream is to be an actress. If people don't know, that is my dream, to be an actress and a plus model. So I figured I would be somewhere in LA or Atlanta or, where the actors is at. But being here, it's a total different scene. I'm not used to that. I am definitely a Southern girly. Okay. And so it's been an adjustment because I don't think I knew what to expect. It's a different ball game here. And yeah, I'm adjusting. So I don't think I wouldn't say it's for me. No. But back to Oceanside. So I didn't know that Chris was coming. He actually chose to come with his mom at the very last minute. And I want to say that was in May, right? I believe it was in May.
Yes, it was in May.
So January that year, I fasted for 21 days with my church back home, Faith Assembly Christian Center.
Woo, woo, we
I
do
did a
it
21
big.
day, yes, I did a 21-day fast. And during that fast, I fasted for my husband.
Mm.
I fasted for my, I was just like so tired. I had, things ended with Phoenix's dad, and I had dated somebody after that. It was horrible. And I feel like I just wanted to, I wanted I wanted what I knew I deserved. And so I fasted for my husband.
Yeah.
And so I did not believe, I was just telling my friends this the other day, I did not believe God was going to be like, here you go. Because in February, I actually, after I fasted, I added him on Facebook. Mind you, we hadn't talked in years because I went to Winston-Salem State. He went to Livingstone. And so we hadn't talked in years, and I added him on Facebook just to see what he was doing. And so in February, I think January or December, the December before January, he messaged me like, hey, Shae, what's new? And definitely what was new was a baby in my header. Like, it was a light-skinned baby up there. That's new. Like,
Yeah.
very new. And so I knew what he was asking me. I said, I'm a mom now. And so I feel like he fell in love with her at that moment because he asked me so many questions about it. It was like he was just super like, wow, like, we met at 16 and you're a mom now? And so February, he actually asked me to be his girlfriend, y'all. I said no. Because I think before this, we have dated 3 times before he asked me to be his girlfriend. We had dated 3 times from high school, 16, all the way to, how old was I? 21. Because I had Phoenix at, or no, 22 or 23. Because I had Phoenix at 21, 22, I believe. So he asked me, I said, no, I keep being your girlfriend. Then we just go about our business, stop talking. I was like, nope. So then May came and he was like, I'm coming to Oceanside with my mom. And I was like, what? And
Pull-up game was strong, okay?
literally, when I seen him walk in, I just felt, I don't know, it's so weird because I just felt my heart drop. I was in the pool with Phoenix and King. I actually looked at the videos the other day. King had jumped in the pool and Chris is walking behind him in the video I looked at the videos. And so, yes, then he met my cousins and all that. And so on the day of our Rhonda and Uncle Ian's renewal, he was like, let's go down to the beach. And I was like, why? And I will say my goddad was like, he put me aside like, who is this Nigga all over you? Who is that? And my mom was like, who is he? He is all
we
over
was
you.
all like, where did this boy come
Everybody
from?
was like, where he come from? But I knew Chris.
Yeah.
So, and I've known him since 16. We've talked since 16. We had communicated since 16. So my goddad and my mom, and he took me. I actually think Chris went to my mom first. Mommy, you can attest to this or put your comment.
I remember her telling me that.
I think he told my mom, I'm gonna marry your daughter there.
Yeah,
right
I think
then
so.
and there.
He told her that weekend.
I think, yeah, he told her that. And so he took me down to the beach. And on the beach in Oceanside, Maryland, that man said, will you be my girlfriend? And I said, what? He said, will you be my girlfriend? And I said, yeah, because it was everything I wanted. Like, I've always wanted Chris. And if Aunt Rhonda is in here, she'll know every time I saw Aunt Rhonda, I would ask, how's Chris's mom? And also I would say, how's Chris? Have you heard from Chris? And she'd be like, yeah, his mom told me this or this is going on. And I would be like, I'm going to marry him. I used to say that from the age of 16, always up, all the way up. And I just didn't know how powerful words were until it became my life. Like, I used to say all the time I was going to marry this chocolate man. And I really did marry
Not this
him.
chocolate man.
Yes, I love my chocolate drop. I just can't believe I really married him. Like, I really did. Like, it worked out. And I'm so proud of us.
Manifestation.
Literally, like, it worked out. He asked me to be his girlfriend. We came back and all the family was just looking like, and we were super close. It was like nothing had ever happened. It was like we came back like we never left. And all the family was just like, what y'all got going on? And I was like, this is my boyfriend, Chris. And it just, I don't know, ever since then, it's been great. We've had our moments, but he was a civilian during this time.
Yeah.
He was a civilian during this time. And so he actually, which I always tell him to this day, Bishop, talking about Lord Chocolate Drop.
Lord Jesus,
Bishop,
chocolate drop.
no.
Your mom commented. Your mom said, yes, he
say?
rolled up on her. He told me you were his wife.
I know that's
Lisa
right.
said, I remember that. And Lisa remembers him being there with his hoodie on.
Yes, and after we left Oceanside, I drove back with my mom, I think, and he drove back with his mom. And then I went to go see him one weekend after that, and he was just like, I'm coming home with you. And I was like, no, you're not. I said, boy, my mama gonna kick my butt if I move a man in the house with me. She is not gonna let me do that with Phoenix living with me. And he was just like, I'm coming home with you. And I was like, that was the first time I realized like I had a dominant man. Cause Chris always tell me this on Rachel. He said, your family is women dominant. He's like, your family, your aunt, your mom, they're all dominant. And
Jerry
he was
says
like,
the same thing.
and he's like, and I'm here now. So I'm gonna call the shots.
Oh, okay, like, I'm here now. Okay, chocolate drop.
Listen, I hear you. He was like,
humble her then. Humble her.
He said, I'm moving there. You drove back with
Michaela said, hold up now. You drove back with my big old pregnant self.
I'm trying to remember indifferent.
It's been a couple years, but piece it together.
I'm trying to piece it together, y'all. But I remember going up there and he was like, I'm coming back with you. This man packed all his stuff, packed up my trunk. And that was the first time, like, I was like, oh my God, somebody is very serious about me. And we drove to North Carolina. He drove my car back, and I was sitting in the passenger seat. And I will never forget this. I cried like a baby in that passenger seat. And he was so concerned about me. But I cried because I knew that day was the start of the rest of my life. I was like, it didn't feel the same. It did not feel the same as all the other times. It didn't feel the same. I really never had nobody tell me what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Other than my family. So that was a shock to me. But he said, I'm coming home with you. And he packed up all his stuff. And I will say, ever since the day he came home with me, the devil has tried us over and over and over. I'm Rachel, you have defended me. You have been there for me. But I will not sit here and say, this has not been one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Mm-hmm. Like, he is an amazing husband. And I never really knew, I watched marriages. All my aunties married, my mommy married, but I just didn't know about marriage. And so I'm learning now. Yes. And like, it has been, I look back at old pictures of us when we were engaged or when we were just dating, and he's a total different Chris. I'm a total different Shae. Like, we are not who we used to be, and it's so amazing to see. And then now we're parents of 2 kids, so that's even more of an adjustment.
Even more layers to who you are.
Yes, absolutely. It adds to him. I love seeing him be a dad. I love seeing Chris be a dad. It's like so amazing. I'll be like, I wish love on all my girls. So if you're watching,
hey, clap that love. We sending love. I wish love on my girls too. I'm trying to find my girls' husbands like they told me, you know. Yes. But to the point of what you just said, y'all are not the same people that you were when you met. How long have y'all been married, Shae?
This year will make 3 years.
All right. So y'all been married for 3 years, and then you have your years of dating before that. We change so much and we grow so much as people, and marriage changes us. Marriage develops a whole new side of us because we have to tap in to a part of us that we didn't have before, where in dating, like you said, how this relationship feels so much different than other ones. When you're dating with intention of marriage, and when you're married to somebody, you have to think differently. You can't be selfish and think about yourself, whereas in personal, in just regular dating situations, sometimes we say, oh, I want what I want first, but how does, in this particular situation, you had to truly choose something else that was not Shae first, which was packing up Phoenix, trusting your life and entrusting her life and the life of your new son. Christopher Baldwin is here.
Hi, babe.
Hey, babe. Hey, chocolate drop. What up, Mr. Baldwin? You had to entrust your life to them. First of all, we entrust our lives to our spouses when we say our vows, when we take that ring. And hearing you say that Chris is a dominant figure, I can see that. We as a family know that. It's always been a point of conversation for me and your Uncle Frozen of how does Chris handle Shae? Because you do come from a family of dominant women. And so it is interesting watching you submit yourself to your husband.
That is so hard on Rachel. I would say me and my goddad talk like best friends. We're on the phone all the time, right? And the other day he said something. He was like, I can genuinely tell that you love Chris. He was like, because everybody, he know about it all. I tell my goddad everything. And he's like, I have watched you be in relationships or like deal with guys. And he's like, but this one, you actually submit to him. Like, you submit. I'm like, it took some time. And I literally saw when I was his fiance, I saw what not submitting did to us. I saw what it did to us. And Chris made it very clear from the very beginning, I'm the head of this household. I'm the captain of this ship. He made it very, very clear. He made it clear with me. He even had to tell my parents. And my dad, my stepdad, to this day tells me all the time, I love Chris. He's like, I love him. I love him for you. Because even my goddad says that. Like, they love him because, like, they can see in me, I have never been the type to submit to anyone or anything. Now, behind closed doors, I'm sad, I'm crying about stuff, right?
Right.
But out in the open, I'm like, you know, big, like, you ain't gonna see me sweat. But with Chris, it's something about that man that makes me want to submit. You know what I'm saying? He makes me want to be a Proverbs 31 wife. He makes me want to take care of him. He makes me want to have his children. I never wanted more kids after Phoenix. That scarred me. That scarred me. But this man said, I want you to have my kids. I want to create a life with you. And so because of that, I'm willing to do things that he wants from me. And then not even that, he submits in other ways to me as well. Like,
absolutely. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.
I never knew that men submit. Because in the Bible, I feel like growing up at the church I grew up in, it was always that just the wives submit. You know, like I always thought that just the wives submit. And so I never knew that, you know, but being married has taught me men have to submit in a way. I got to ask my wife first before I go out this door. I got to ask my wife first, is it okay? Like, and Chris is a breadwinner. I'm a stay-at-home mom. He paid for everything. But that man is going to make sure he let me know what's going on before he even do it.
It's respect.
So that respect makes me feel so much better. Because I was feeling like, dang, I don't have nothing to offer other than taking care of the kids, taking care of the house. But he's like, no, my money is your money. He told me, you deserve all of it. Like, you do your big one. When he's out here on the ship and he's going, like, I am the one handling everything. And it's hard.
Yeah. Let's get into that. Oh, you heard that baby just now?
I heard my baby.
Let's get into that.
Okay. He getting in the shower. My sister upstairs taking care of them for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, he's just showed me a whole different side of myself. Like, Chris is like, he's that man. I always say, like, I don't know what I would do if something happened to him, because, like, and it's not even just financial. So we're going to nip that in the bud right now in Jesus' name. I don't love him just because he makes the money that he makes. I love him because of everything he is. He's an amazing man. And that was before he even was in the military, when he was a civilian.
Because he joined the military after y'all were together. This is not before. You was with him when he was busting out oil changes, if I could say that. You know what I'm saying? Because we have because Auntie was pulling up for oil change. Don't play. We have resourceful, you picked someone, not pick someone, chose, you know, but your mate is resourceful. Your mate is somebody who showed you that he wanted to build a life with you. It didn't come ready-made. Y'all are literally building a life together, and building a life together and apart. And so I want to say, because he is in the military, and I say building a life apart, I just want to get into a little bit of the homestead right now. Chris is deployed, right? So part of having you as a military wife, we have women on here who are other military wives. We have women on here who are married to truck drivers, women who could be married to longshoremen, people who, you know, go away for a period of time, and vice versa. Even people who work and live right in the same house and same city and spend long hours at work. You know who your mom is, somebody who works overly hard, and can sometimes, I do it as a hustler, as an entrepreneur. You know, I had to be intentional about spending time with my husband and spending time with my spouse, because I work a job, I run a business. How is being deployed How has that affected you? Right now, let's talk about you. We've heard amazing things about Chris, and he's an amazing husband. But let's talk about you in this season of your life. How
Okay.
are you managing holding down the fort? He's providing for you. He's provided housing. He's provided the resources y'all need. God is a source for y'all. But how do you manage day to day without him right there being physically hands on here recently?
I will say this deployment, it has been hard for me. Last
Mhm.
deployment, I was pregnant with a baby, so I didn't want to be sad because I didn't want my baby to come out sad. So last deployment was easy, and plus I came home. But this deployment, I decided to stay here and be a big girl. That's what I want to call it, be a big
Yeah,
girl.
yeah,
And so I stay here, and I'm like, Phoenix is in school now. She wasn't in school last time, so I could just take her with me. But she's learning every day, and Christopher has his school too. Deuce has his school too. And so I'm like, I'm gonna be a big girl. I'm gonna try to stay here, but it is hard. It is hard.
yeah.
It is. I feel like sometimes. I feel
Chris
like
is leaving. We
sometimes.
love you, Chris. He's going back to work. Talk to you later, babe. He said.
All right, talk to you later, baby. I love you. I feel like sometimes it's kind of like being a single mom. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I gotta wake up. For some reason, now that he's going, like the kids don't really sleep the same. They don't really they don't do much the same. They changed. When he left, they changed. And I think it's because they know they can get over on mommy. So that's
Yeah,
been an adjustment for me. And I've been talking to my therapist about that because I'm like, I feel as if sometimes I'm not doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? Because why do I gotta scream? I gotta fuss. I gotta do all this for them to listen to me. They make it on FaceTime and he like, go lay down. They both go lay down in bed and go to sleep. So in this season, I am learning how to be dominant. I will say, I get my voice deep before I talk. I practice. I know this is crazy, but I practice and I make my voice a little deeper and I'll say, go lay down. Or it's working though. It's working with that
yes.
1 year old. I have, and
Listen.
Phoenix be cracking up laughing. I'm like, don't laugh at mommy. It's not funny. I need him to know, go lay down or go do what I say. And it only works when I make my voice deep. But if that's what's working right now, that's what's working right now.
Part of
That's what's
motherhood,
working.
your motherhood is an ever evolving process.
It
Every
is.
child is different. Every day
Yes.
is different with every child. So you learn how to work your children and what
Yes.
works with your children. And if you got to put bass in your voice for Deuce, you put that bass in your voice for
And
Deuce.
I do. I'm like, I have to, and even me, I just be like, sit down. And I'm very dominant with Deuce right now too, because you can't get what you want, Phoenix too. You can't get what you want if you can't give mommy what she wants. In order for
Absolutely.
me to give you what you need, you gotta listen. And so that's been an adjustment because kids do change when spouses are going. They are
Yes.
totally different when dad is present versus when dad is not.
Yeah.
And so even my daddy get on the phone, Khalil, Jay, and they'll say something to them and they just and it takes for me to, and sometimes I would say that bothers me, but in this season, I am working on it. And I'm like, nope. So when he has his tantrums and fall out, I will walk over him. And I'll look back and I'll say, are you ready to get up? And he'll be like, no. I said, okay. I keep walking. He get up and come right behind me. I'm not, in this season, I had to learn, you can't just call Chris all the time and get him to check them. You got to do it yourself. So I am really
Yeah.
learning that in this season. I have to grocery shop alone. I got to take the trash out. I hate taking the trash out. I have to do that alone. It's a lot of stuff that now that he's going that I got to do alone, and I hate it. I hate
Yeah.
it. But it also makes me appreciate when he is home. I hate it.
Absolutely.
But I'm learning stuff about me. I think that in this season, it has shown me that I am stronger than I thought.
Yes.
A lot stronger than I thought. A lot stronger than I thought. I really just sometimes I feel like, when I go into my modes of crying and stuff, I feel weak. But even tears show strength. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This season it's helped me, but it's also been hard. And then I'm
Yeah.
also a leader at church now. I'm over the young adult ministry. And so
Awesome.
that's been hard as well. So
Yeah.
all this what Shae is doing, I'm in a season right now that does not feel comfortable. I am very uncomfortable in every single area of my life. Motherhood, marriage, leadership, even with my family, I feel like sometimes my family don't understand. I always say I need to call my auntie because Aunt Lisa did it. I need to call her
Right.
because I'm like, I don't think people understand. And some people will say, this is the life you chose. You know what I'm saying? And those
That
that may
don't
be
mean it
true,
feel good.
that
Just because I
exactly.
chose it
That
does
don't mean
not
it
mean
feels
that it
good.
feels good. Just
Right.
because I chose it does not mean it's the ideal situation emotionally or mentally or even physically. You're physically separated from your man. Yes, this is the life I chose, but that doesn't mean it feels good at all times. So
Right.
tell me, Shay, you mentioned therapy a minute ago. You
Okay.
mentioned church and being a leader in church. How are you navigating the emotions that come with this season of your life? Tell us about those tools that you use, some things that we may can use in our life to help us. I know
For
it's still
me,
a ever evolving and always
yeah,
changing
for sure.
process, but what do you see that's helped you recently?
I believe that faith without works is dead. And so for
Absolutely.
me, that is in church and out of church. I'm going to go and get fed in a hospital that is church because God is giving me the medicine, right? I'm listening to the
Come
medicine.
on,
But
Jehovah
then
Rapha.
outside of church, I'm also seeing my therapist every Wednesday or every
Ooh,
Thursday because I want the help. I want to be better. I want, you know what I'm saying? And so faith without works is dead. I needed
yes.
help. And so I'm not going to sit here and act like and do it alone when
Right.
God gave people a job like a therapist so that they can help people like me that needs it. And so my therapist helps me a lot. So not just God, but he's holding me up, and then my therapist is holding my hand, walking with me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love it. I
Because
love it.
I have moments where I'm like, listen, I be telling her, she's like, she gives me so many good things. Like, let's just focus on what's at hand. And I sometimes I focus on Chris and the kids, and I forget about Shae. I need to focus
Absolutely.
on Shae, and so she's helping me with that. She's like, your kids and your husband good because you know you got them, but what about you? So I will say, up until now, I have forgot about myself a little bit. And so I will only focus on them. But in this season, I think God was like, I need you to focus on you because if you're okay, then they'll be okay. You know?
Yes.
And so this
Yes.
season, I'm definitely mentally, therapy is what's holding me up in church as well. I'm like, I know people at church be like, she always shouting. And I'm gonna shout until I get through it. I'm gonna shout until
It's
I
called
get
a
the breakthrough.
garment of praise.
I'm
You
gonna
put
keep
on
going
your
because that's what's giving me what I need.
your
I
garment
got
of
to.
praise for the spirit of heaviness. That is from my one of my favorite scriptures that's carrying me through and carried me through a similar season, which was Isaiah 61:3, beauty for ashes. You've experienced all of that. I want to call out a comment real quick. Aunt Lisa made a correction when you talked about people saying this is the life you chose. Aunt Lisa said correction,
Mm.
it's the life that God ordained for you. Big difference. And that is so true. That goes even to share with what I was talking about in the beginning. Teacher Cassandra preached on Sunday, and her message was after this, dot, 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 there will be glory. And
Mm.
she talked about some of the women in the Bible who like Sarah, who was barren in her womb, and God promised Sarah and Abram that he would give them a child. And Sarah was so impatient that she went to her handmaid Hagar and told Hagar, go sleep with my
Yeah,
husband.
sleep with my husband. Yup.
And then Hagar got pregnant, and Sarah despised her and despised the child. And everything that God ordains isn't always easy, but there is grace for it. If Sarah had embraced the grace that God has and the timing and what he ordained for her, things would be different. So sometimes in our life things are harder because we make the choice
Right. We don't wait for
versus
God. Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
letting God. And in this particular situation, things may be challenging because Chris is deployed, but your life is ordained. This season of your life is ordained, and like you said, it's building you. It's making you stronger. It's making you a wiser mother for parenting your children, right? You're learning different techniques to parent your children. You're learning to stand up in your motherhood with the support of your husband, and it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to hear. Um, what has it revealed to you about the strength inside of Shay? Tell me about how you feel stronger. What areas do you feel stronger in?
That is so crazy because I just had a praise picnic Saturday, and I spoke and I said one of my favorite scriptures is she is clothed in strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. And I really they were like, why is that your favorite scripture? And I had to explain to them. I said, sometimes I don't feel strong. Sometimes I do not feel strong because I feel like I should be okay. I feel like I should be okay that he gone. I should be okay that I'm away from my family. I should accept it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is like God gave for me, and it's not all bad, so I should accept it. But that's not realistic. I'm not giving myself grace. So in this season, it is showing me that as long as you try, it'll be okay. Like I have to keep pushing. I have to keep pushing. I have to keep going. I have to keep trying to be strong because sometimes, and then somebody at the at my praise picnic, I believe she's in here, and she said, you I don't think you know how strong you are, because she's like, I look at you and like I feel like you're so strong. You're doing these praise picnics, you're doing this, you're doing that. And so it's like sometimes like I wish I could see myself in other people's eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Shae. Come on.
I constantly like think these things of myself, and it's like whole time other people looking at you like you're this and you're that, and you know what I'm saying? So in this season, that's what I'm working on the hardest, is knowing that I am strong, knowing that I do have this, and that it will be okay. Because sometimes it don't feel like that. Sometimes in life it don't feel like it's gonna be okay. Sometimes you can't see the end road. But like Teacher Cassandra said, there will be glory after this. And I know after these months of him being gone, when he gets back, I will get my rest. I will have my helpmate back. I will be able to get what I need in the bedroom. I'll be able to get everything, when he gets back. And so I'm just holding on to that. And that's what's helping me, I will say. And my therapist, I keep saying, going to church and my therapist, that's giving me strength. Like, it's okay to have moments to cry, y'all. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to not be okay.
It's okay to have feelings, to have emotions. I say it all the time. Emotions make you cry sometimes.
Listen, I be crying all the time. But what I had to learn was, just because you're in a season where you don't feel the best, don't mean you gotta let people know. And so I chose to post, and like I was having a bad 2 weeks. Like I was super sad. And I posted, and I got so many calls like, what is going on with you? I never see this side of you. And that let me know sometimes you got to go through it with just God. You can't let people know what's going on. You can't because they're not going to understand it. And so I'm working on that too, not posting everything, going through, because sometimes God, like, I just need it to be me and you. Why you need to tell people? Why people need to know what you're going through? Just let
Get in your prayer closet. Get in your prayer room. Get in your prayer journal. Let me share something with you, Shae. I've shared it with you before. And, I've shared it with you before. It is what my mother, your grandma, left with us. This is what she left with me. The joy of the Lord is your strength. I am strong, just like you say, going to church, going to therapy. Let's rephrase that. God, because going to church, the assembly of the saints builds us up. God ain't down here sitting down like me and you sitting down talking to us. He uses his vessels. He uses other people, others, just like he's using you. So many people are commenting in the chat how proud they are of you, your leadership. This season, watching you develop and use your relationship with God to build your strength, to build yourself up in your most holy faith. You have faith to be sad, to be hopeless some days. That's something me and you have always had in common, those kind of feelings that everybody doesn't have. That everybody doesn't understand. There are generally people who have the most blessed life, and sometimes they just have chemical imbalances and chemical reactions in their brain that cause us, and warfare that we have to go into spiritually, and life fare that we have to fight. We got to put on our armor every day and know every day that the joy of the Lord is our strength. It builds us up. It helps us to go on, and I'm so happy to see you building yourself up. It's wonderful.
It's so good to hear that. And I know me and you share a lot of similarities in those things, but it just feels good to be heard because I have a great life. I have never said I don't. But there is moments where I get sad and I don't totally understand why. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But also, when you have a vitamin D deficiency, if you look that up, there's moments where you're chemically imbalanced. And
Yes.
so you do have those moments where you're just sad and like you got to get
Yeah.
out of it. And like, it's life. It is what it
Yeah.
is. And so I'm working towards getting out of it. I'm working to do, more to stay out of it. But
Yeah.
it's real. It's real
It's
in real
real.
life. I never
It's
said I didn't.
warfare. Your
But
mom
yeah.
said because y'all are so anointed, especially when you
Yeah.
have an anointing on your life. And the thing, a lot of times we think that we're going through things, we don't understand why we're going through things in this life. Somebody commented it up a little bit earlier. Share your trials, share your tests, share your testimonies, because that helps other people. Some of the things that we go through, we're not going through for us. We're going through for somebody else who might not be able to hear it from somebody else, for somebody who watches Shae and models their life after Shae, and they may only be able to receive from Shae. We are assigned to different people in our lives, and being honest, being transparent, and being open is something that helps others to do the same and helps others to cope with what they're dealing with and what they're going through. No, everything is not for the internet. That's something Aunt Rachel is still learning, right? I'm doing better. I'm doing better in recent years, but I am a thank you for the stars, y'all. Thank you, Bay. You sent me stars. Michaela, anybody who sent stars, thank you, thank
For
you,
the
thank you.
stars.
Yes, but let's talk about something because you touched on it a little bit. Let me see. Let me read one of the comments. Latanya, we have to remember that strength isn't always an internal feeling, but an external demonstration of God's power. We see
Yeah.
you, Shae. She said, "We see you, Shae."
Thank you.
And
Thank
Latanya is somebody that I've watched on Facebook. Her husband travels a lot. He's
you.
over regions and half the country, right? I've seen her share what it's like, how much she misses her husband, and how she takes care of her children and makes sure their home is great. And then when she get with him, she gets so fly. And I love watching that. I have the pleasure and honor of having my husband right here with me. But I thought this conversation was very important because everybody doesn't have that luxury
Right.
that they man is always there. Sometimes we take it for granted, and we take
For
and
sure.
so I love it. But what I wanted to jump into, you mentioned a little bit that Sue, you're grown at this point, so we're gonna have some real conversation right now. So if you're uncomfortable with the boom boom room, boom boom
I hope
room.
my dad is not in here. KB.
He in here. I see his likes, but we're not going to get too detailed, right? But we do. Let's just address staying emotionally connected when you can't be physically and be intimate physically with your husband. How are y'all managing? How are y'all managing to
I
stay
can't believe I'm about to talk about this.
emotionally connected? You don't have to go into detail about what y'all do, but how do you stay emotionally connected? Because emotional intimacy is just as important as physical intimacy.
So I have a mentor. Her name is Miss Gaither.
Mhm.
And so I talk to her all the time.
Yeah, Bishop
One,
said, she's still a baby. Okay, sorry. Go
close
ahead.
your eyes, Mister. Close your eyes. One thing I do every deployment, or if he is on an underway, I put on something really cute. Y'all got your girl right for my bridal shower. I just want to say that.
Oh,
All the older ladies from Faith Assembly, y'all got your girl right. Let me say, he loves it. And so I put on something nice and I send pictures. That is how I
yes.
keep it alive. And Chris, he loves it. He don't be responding sometimes because I just send it. He be like, babe, you could have told me what was coming because he just opened it. And so, but I don't be wanting to tell him before because I want him to be surprised. But
Yeah.
that is the way that I keep
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 the
them
fire burning.
Yes, I would send pictures, or I just send a cute little text, like, I can't wait for you to come home,
Yeah.
And Chris wants another baby when he gets home.
Mhm.
So we gonna talk about that, but I I I let him know, like, I can't wait for you to come home so we can enjoy ourselves, and like we already got our sitter plan for
Yes.
that 3-day weekend.
I know that's right.
So no kids is knocking on the door, getting on my nerves. because the kids get in the way a lot, and they
Yeah.
will knock. And when they see that me and him wants time alone, they just be wanting, they either want one of us. So I'm super, super, super ready for him to come home. And I don't know, he never tells me how it makes him feel. He'll respond or like send some emojis, but he don't really respond. And I think that's him trying to like, like not go to, because he's on the ship with all
Yeah,
these
I can't. He
people.
can't get himself too
He
excited.
can't,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Okay,
And
I don't
and
want
that's
nobody to see
okay.
him too excited either.
Absolutely, I do. And it's funny. Most guys seem to be the same because I did a little photo shoot recently and sent it to your uncle, and he was in the car with King, and I guess he's like, King is looking at my phone. So I have to be. You have to be mindful when you have children.
Yes.
And even though your kids are 5 and going almost 2, right?
Hmm.
It does not change. Yari is 18, King is 13, and me and Jerry still had, I literally got us a hotel room for Valentine's Day because they were here and they're like, we're not doing a family Valentine's. A family
No.
Valentine's?
She
No,
just
I'm
loves
doing your
saying, Mommy, I
dad.
want to spend time with you and
Oh,
Daddy. I'll be like, and Chris will tell her, Mommy and Daddy has to spend some time together, and then we can spend time with you guys. And
right.
so I truly enjoy it. And then it makes me feel good about myself, taking pictures and getting cute. And like one of my friends out here, shout out to Vanya, me, her, and Kylie had went to Target, and she was like, I'm buying you something to wear for your husband when you get home. And she did it off of the strength of me telling her things
Yeah.
about marriage. She was like, I never had a friend like you that told me about marriage. She's like, you opened my eyes and showed me how to love my husband more. And I'm like, me? And so
Wow.
in a gift, as her gift, she brought me some lingerie for him. And so I can't
Awesome.
wait to wear it when he get home. I'm so
Yes.
excited.
And
I'm
that's
like,
such a blessing to have a
yes,
friend who's investing into you and your marriage. You know what I'm saying? I have like a recent group chat of wives. I've always been the only married one in my friend group. And so like in my immediate friend group. So recently, Kia, I am, but recently I've been blessed with a friend group of other married women, and it's so wonderful to be able to have conversation with them, and not that I feel guilty or anything talking to my girls, because my girls know my husband, we all grew up together, but it's a beautiful feeling to have friends who invest in your marriage and pray for your
yes.
marriage and pray for you you
Yeah.
know
I got some good
um
girls out here, and Chris before he left, he told them, when I go, make sure you take care of my wife. He told all
yeah.
of them, like we had a going away party for him, and he told them, make sure you take care of my wife, and they have been doing good so far. I have not felt good all day, but my friend TK, I call her my little
Mm,
sister. She's been here all day helping me, and then she's
wonderful.
upstairs bathing the kids and stuff for me. And I have so many other friends like Kylie. She do her big one whenever I
Mm,
need her. I have friends that love my babies here, and I love that.
yes.
But I also feel like sometimes, when you come from not really wanting to ask for help, it's hard to ask for help. So
Right.
I'm learning in California how to ask for help. It's
Yes.
so hard for me, but they make it easier by showing up and not throwing it in my face. The first thing
Mm,
a spouse said to me out here was, I watched your kids for free, but I did the same for you. I thought that, like, you switch off. And
yeah,
so, like, that took me down again, like, dang, I don't want nobody doing that for free. I don't want, so, like, just remembering, like, you got those people that ain't going to throw it in your face, and they love you and they love your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because if any of them
that's
needs it
great.
from me, I got you too, because I know how it is to want to go and to want to just get a breather. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes.
So,
And that's great. One of the next question I was actually going to ask you, you kind of answered that a little bit. What has this season taught you about trust? And you're learning to trust new people, because you're around new people. You have to trust them with your children. We're trusting people with our hearts, with new friendships, and pain comes, there are growing pains that come with letting people into our lives, new people into our lives. So I'm glad that God has blessed you with some new people. I know it ain't all been peaches and cream, because we all go through situations, but learning to focus and trust the good things. TK said, I love my baby so much and I love you too. Always remember that I got you always. To God be the glory. We're going to play special blessings over TK
Yes.
because we appreciate you, TK, because they're my babies, okay? Them are mine.
Listen,
I love them.
I say all the time, I had them for her. Like she's
Yes.
24. I love TK. I had them for her. She as soon as she come over, they like auntie. They with
Yeah.
her. They ain't worried
Yeah.
about mommy. They with her. And then I sent her a text one time like, hey, we gotta be a united front. Phoenix can't come to you and say something. You gotta be like, did you ask mommy? And I'm gonna say, did you ask auntie? Because they tried. They both
Oh, they
tried.
will.
They tried, and so her and we got you, Shae Baldwin. I love you, Kylie. I love you, TK. But when I tell you, like, they helped me, and it's just like sometimes I ain't even gotta really ask. Like I told her today, like, hey, I don't feel good. I'm going to the doctor. She said, your doctor's office 6 minutes from my house. Come get me. So all day today, she been here, and now she's giving him a bath so I can do this live.
Yeah.
I'm grateful, and I will say I've been hurt here from friends. I
Yeah.
have been hurt here, but God knew how to heal that. Even back in North Carolina, God knew how to kind of, you know what I'm saying, give me what I need to kind of work on my heart. Like
Yeah.
it's been rough. I will
It's
say it's been
rough.
rough. And I definitely when I don't know who I can't remember, but I said when things happen to me with friends, I always take it as I did something wrong. I
Right.
always take it as I did something. I take it out on me first before I do. And sometimes everybody is not your friend. They're just your assignment.
Right.
And so I have to know that who is my assignment and who is my friend. So that's what I'm learning in this season is
That's
who is my
great.
assignment and who is my friend. And I'm praying every day that God give me the discernment to
Yes.
know who's my assignment and who is my friend for
Yes.
sure. I met some great
Absolutely.
girls out here though, and they're also helping me keep my mind right. They're taking
Yeah.
me out this weekend for my birthday, and I told Chris I want a sitter, so he agreed that like all weekend I can do a sitter, so I can just have
Yeah.
fun. And
Yeah.
so yeah, it's those type of things for me to get out because I'm not
It's
used to getting
important.
I'm
Right.
not used to it no more. But remember when I was
Right.
in North Carolina, I had you, I had all my other aunts,
Right.
my cousins, my mom. So I didn't have to have the kids all the time. Y'all loved them enough to let me
Right.
just go do my own thing. So being here without that, without Chris, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm in the house. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. So that's what's making me sad. But I
Yeah.
get to get out this weekend and I'm so excited for that. And then I'm coming home for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so I'm just doing stuff that I know I need because at
Right.
this point it's about me. And I gotta
Yes.
make sure I'm okay in order to make sure my family's okay.
Absolutely. We got to save ourselves first,
Yes.
right? And we are Bishop says he in our leadership, he teaches you are the most effective when you're the most committed,
Yes.
right? And commitment is a big word. It's a big choice, and we are but it is true. We are the most effective when we are the most committed. And when you are committed to yourself and the joy and finding the joy and the peace of you, then you can be effective for your family. You can
Right.
be happy for your family. If I'm frustrated, if I'm overwhelmed, if I'm overstimulated all the time, if I don't have a minute to breathe, I can't even use the bathroom because my toddler is sitting at my feet in the
With his
bathroom.
hands under the door, reaching when I close the door. His whole
Right,
hand is
Rachel, you
reaching for
got
my toes.
fingers.
Yes,
Yes.
under the door. I do not like. I will say when I have those moments where I'm overstimulated and I'm having a day, I don't like who I am in that moment because I will fuss more. I will scream, and so I'm
Yeah.
working on that too. Like I have to tell Phoenix, "Mommy just need a second," and I'll tell her. She's like, "Okay, Deuce, Mommy need a second," and I have given her that same grace because she's
Yes.
allowed to tell me, Mommy, I just
Mommy,
want
I
to stay
need
in
a
my room
second.
alone without my brother.
Yes.
And so I take Deuce and we go play
Yes.
while she's in her room getting her second because I never want to teach something that I'm not also living. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
I love
So
it.
she tells me she need a second, and I'm okay with that.
It's
And I
okay
tell
to
she got a
have
camera in her room.
boundaries.
I watch her on the camera, make
Yes.
sure she ain't doing nothing she ain't supposed to do, and I let her have her second. And then I
Yes.
also expect the same thing when I need my second. Take your brother,
Right.
go play. And then Deuce had his moment when he tripping out, and I tell Phoenix, leave him alone. He
Yeah.
let him have his moment. And I tell him, go
Right.
slide in your room. He got to slide. He goes down it. Then that makes him happy, and we all good. I am learning in this season about parenting so much.
Yes.
I am
Let
learning.
Latanya said, and this is great. I always think about this. She said, like on the airplane, secure your oxygen mask and then help others. It literally tells you on, if you ever flown, it tells you if something is happening and the oxygen mask drop down on the plane. Before you do your child, you need to do yourself
Yeah.
first. Because how can you save your child if you're out of
If
oxygen?
you're out of
If
oxygen,
you can't breathe,
that's
you
a
can't
word.
perform CPR. That's a word, okay?
That's a
I
word.
can't perform CPR on my family. I can't give my family the life and the love and the joy that they need if I am depleted. So I
Yeah.
have to be intentional about being refilled. God refills me. Taking time for myself refills me. I've recently found some of the hobbies that I used to do better to help me. I would self-care, the things that you care about and the things that make you happy, being intentional about those things.
Yeah. I have
Um,
not colored in a coloring book since I was a kid, I feel like.
mhm.
And I just got a coloring book when I got into the depression I just got out of. And so for 2 weeks, I just have been coloring in my coloring book, coloring,
Mhm.
and it's helping me. It does something. It like just calms me down. I'm drinking
Yes.
stress relief tea, chamomile and stuff, and just stuff I just didn't do. Like I didn't
Right.
do that type of stuff, and now I'm doing it because I realize how important I am. And like
Yes.
sometimes we forget if you're a mom on here or a wife or both. Sometimes we forget about us because we're so focused on our husband and our kids, but we got to focus on us. It is
Yeah.
very important. And I will say, I watched my mom do that. She was so focused on us all the time, so focused. And I'm like, now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I love seeing her go out to eat with my stepdad, going out,
Mhm.
go do stuff with her friends, like stuff like that. Because I'm like, yes, like I watched her give so much to us. So it's like,
Yeah.
I love that she's doing those things for her. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do those things younger so I don't wait till I'm older to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if she was able to just leave the house for a few hours and just get out, she probably
Right.
wouldn't have been so stressed. So we learn from our parents too. And so I'm learning things in this season too, like watching how my mom was a mom to me. I'm like, you know what? I gotta do this, I gotta do
Yeah.
that, I gotta make, you know what I'm saying? And even still
Yes.
now, we be teaching each other stuff. I'll say something to her, she's like, I never thought about that. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, ain't that good? And
Yeah.
so it's really, I'm just in this season is so different for me. Like though like I just went through a hard depression, I'm seeing it getting better,
Yeah.
and it makes me proud of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm
Right.
proud of me because I don't want to sit in that. I remember watching a TV show the other day, and the son said, I don't want to feel like this. And
Mm.
like I felt it almost made me cry because I'm like, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be
Right.
sad. And
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like when I am sad, it's like a smack in the face to God, because it's like
Right.
you are living in every dream that you have prayed
Right.
for, other than maybe like two or three. You gotta get up out of that. And so
Yeah.
sometimes I gotta pull myself. Like today, I stayed in the bed all day, but before this live, I got in that shower. My friend helped me do my hair. I've been weak all day, but for some reason, I do not feel weak right now. Like I feel
Right.
okay.
Because when
My
you do
stomach
when
ain't
because you're
hurting.
in purpose, when you are
Yeah,
in your purpose, you are empowered, you're strengthened, you're built up when you're in your purpose. So no, the way you feel when you're actively executing your purpose, it
yeah,
strengthens you. It
yeah.
strengthens
That's
you.
good.
And that is wonderful. That is wonderful. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Um that questioning God, it's not questioning him. Let's look at some of the comments. They co-sign
Yeah,
some of the
I'm
things
good.
that people are doing. Aunt Lisa, she does retail therapy. Okay, her retail therapy is her self care. You got to find things. Shelly said she goes out and buys sneakers. She buys her own sneakers now. Y'all had the sneakers, but now she buying her own sneakers. Kia said her daughter loves to color too. It helps her and puts her into a calm state. Me and a
Mhm.
few of my friends, Kia being one of them, we recently started. We all, your mom, me, Kia, your mom, Bisha Lay, who's up here, my girl Shae, we all bought the same book. Well, Misha's not reading the book, but regardless, we bought the same book and we're reading a book together. It's
Oh, I
by a
like
Christian,
that.
right? It's by a Christian author, but it's a book about just life and what a wife is going through in her life. And we're reading the same book, all at our own paces and chatting about it and different things. I don't know if you remember, but I had every book in the world back in the day.
Yes,
So
you
reading
love
is,
books.
I
I
love
remember
books. It is a passion. I would spend days and days at the library, hours and hours. So that's one of the things that I've opened back up this year, is being intentional about reading books again.
that. Right.
Because I love it. We took the kids out for King's birthday. We were at the Sky Zone, not actual Sky Zone, but a place like that, and I was sitting on the couch reading my book on my phone
That's how I
because
went to
that
the
makes
beach
me
and
happy.
I read my book. I went to the beach and the book is called Bad Days. And like
Hmm.
it just speaks to me because sometimes you have bad days and that's okay. But
And that's
the
okay.
next day ain't gonna be a bad day. And if the next day is a bad day, then the next day ain't gonna be a bad day.
What does
Like
the
I give
word
myself
say?
time to sit in it and then I'm like, all right, get up because I don't want to teach my kids that you stay in stuff for too long. You can't stay. And I
Weeping
have
may
always
endure for a
been
night.
yeah, I have always been that type. You know me, I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah,
Deuces, I walk away from friendships. I just don't stay where I know I'm not wanted. So how can I live that in my life and
right,
not do it for me too? I
right.
don't want these feelings, so why would I stay in these
Come
feelings?
on,
You
I
know
don't
what I'm
want
saying?
these feelings. So why would I stay in these feelings?
So
You
I'm
know,
working
I
on it.
I call it changing the station of my mind. When I'm riding in the car, if the radio is playing and a
Oh yeah,
song
you
comes
always tell
on,
me that.
yes, a
Change the
song comes on
station.
the radio I don't want to hear, I change the station. I don't have to
Oh,
listen to what I don't want to hear. And I made sure I got Sirius XM so that I don't have to choose between three stations. I can choose between 300.
period.
Okay, and so you
And
do
if
the
you don't
same
like the song that's
thing.
on, you go to the next one. Yep.
Exactly. You change the station of your mind. You change the station of your emotions, of your heart. What has loneliness is one of those things that you dealt with. We coming up on an hour. So we've been on here an hour. So we going, start wrapping up, just a few more questions.
Okay.
Actually, I don't want to do that question. I want you to finish this sentence. Oh, I knew Misha. Misha Lay right there had to call me out. Child. Misha, as soon as I said it, I said, Dad, why did I say that? I'm sorry. That's an insider. But Shae, finish the sentence. This season is growing me into a woman who. And
All right, my
and
little
and
brother
before
was
you
facing.
do, ladies, you all, gentlemen, whoever's on the call, this season of your life is growing me into a woman or a man who. Tell me in the comments while Shay is answering, and I'm going to read them out.
Mm, this season is shaping me to a woman who genuinely loves herself for who she is.
Oh, come on.
And I think I know on the outside, you can make it seem good,
Yeah.
but sometimes I will say I have struggled with that. I
Mhm.
have struggled with like loving myself for who I am.
Yeah.
And it's like, why not? Why not? You're amazing. Love yourself for who you are. And in this season, watching me be a strong mom, watching me get out of depression, watching me be here and present with my kids, because that's my first ministry after my husband, well,
Yes.
my second ministry after my husband. Watching that is showing me to love myself like, you're really that chick. You're really
Mhm.
bomb. And it took me a while to get there. We all have our own, road, but like watching me in this season has really, it's like, dang, I love you, girl. Like you are
Mhm.
really that chick. It's
Yeah.
like I felt like I needed to get my hair done. I felt like I needed to get my nails done. I felt like I needed all this material stuff in order to be that girl. And like being in California, because it's so expensive, I've had to learn like you can't always do that. So you got to find stuff that make you that girl without needing materialistic things. So I'm doing my praise picnics. I'm a leader
Yeah.
at church.
Yeah.
I'm taking my family very seriously. I'm
Yeah.
doing what I got to do. I'm doing ministry in my own home with my own children. They are smart. Phoenix can spell. Deuce is learning how to spell Christopher. Like I take all of it seriously, and I feel like that is why God is blessing me because
Yeah.
I'm finally learning to love on me.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love to hear that. And I have something similar. So mine is this season is growing me into a woman who has to let go, but I'm gonna update and change that. Who A woman who has let go of her insecurities. And something about me is I have always been kind of very insecure about myself, about my looks, about my body, about my gifts and talents, because I have gifts, I have talents, and I've always tried to remain humble and not, overexert myself. But I've been rejected in spaces and treated differently because of some of those things that I am able to do. And
Right.
so it often it puts me in a place to get, I've been hurt in the church trying to do God's work, right? We know, I've been hurt in the friendships, I've been hurt other places. And so insecurity makes you not go for more or
Right.
not do more because of fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. Everybody tells me, like you said, people are just saying all in these comments how beautiful you are, how much of a light you are, and all this. But sometimes we can't hear it or feel it or see it for ourselves. And I recently had a friend come into my life, and she has just really been affirming me, like, Ray, you that girl, you that chick, like, and she from Philly, so she say it like that, like, girl, what? You that girl, like, stop playing
Right.
with yourself. My bishop has been telling me ever since he's been able to, over these last kind of like 2 or 3 years, since he's had the leadership role, like, Rachel, come on, like, your gift is in your mouth. So this season is growing me into a woman who has let go of her insecurities. I'm going live, I'm doing it, I'm remaining consistent, and I'm seeing the fruit from it, and I'm
Yes,
proud
you're
of it.
helping so many people. Let me pour into you right quick on Rachel,
Yeah.
because I have always, first of all, everybody know your testimony, and you was the very first person I told when I got pregnant with Phoenix, and so I felt the need to tell you because I knew what you had been through in your past. But let me just speak to you, like you let me know that a baby does not define your future. Like I love my cousin. That's really my brother. And you did that. You raised him. You know what I'm saying? You did
Yes.
that. You raised Yari and King. And I know like our kids sometimes do things we don't like, but you raised some amazing kids. I love my little cousins. Oh,
Thank
Chris, my little
you.
cousin too. Yeah, I love my little cousins. Hear me so mad if you heard me say that. But I love my little cousin. And then you love my uncle. You love on him and you show me how to love through you. I listened to you when you said not too long ago, when he lost his mom, like you had to love him through that. And so I know, like, I'm Rachel, I can love my husband through any season he go through. Sometimes the people, he a black man in the military, they be trying him.
I'm sure.
They be trying him, and I know how to love him through his emotions. Even with my kids, loving them through and taking life by storm. There is power in your mouth. When you say certain things, I be like, that is good on Rachel. Like I aspire to be more like you because you really don't let life define you. You get up out there and you go get it. Like
Come
you
on.
don't let it, you know what I'm saying? You don't let whatever happens, you don't let it define you. You may cry for a moment, and my mom, same thing with her. Like y'all may cry, y'all may have a moment, but then y'all go get it. And I love that my grandma taught y'all that. I love that because I seen, even though my family's women dominant, that's why I'm a great woman to this day because I've seen so many women go before me. And like I watch every single one of y'all. I watch how you speak and you do these, not before the lives, but you always affirm me, just telling me like, God's gonna give you. I keep listening that day I keep playing it back in my head the day I went to the Tory tryout. You told me God is gonna give me double for my trouble. Everything that I lost, he's gonna give me more. And like I strongly believe that. I don't know when it's coming, but I know it's coming
But
because
it's
I
coming.
believe your words. And then my aunt Lisa, when I see her up preaching, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I want to have power like that. I want to preach the
Yes.
word of God. And then I watch my mommy, and she's such a good mom. And so I
Yeah.
watch how she do things, and my aunt Rhonda, like y'all are all amazing women. And so I'm like, I gotta make sure I'm going like this because
There's
I
a
can't say,
standard, baby. It's a
yeah, I
standard.
can't say where I'm at. And I do want to say my granny, my auntie just said my granny was crying. I want to say
Oh.
that I would not be here, granny, without you. You birthed my dad and you've been through a lot. But I watch your resilience and losing two children, not just one, but two. And what if you can surely go through that and still go to church and still love and still, come here to see me and spend time with me, and you can still love on all your babies, even though life be life, and that showed me to be strong. Like I have a lot of examples that came before me. And so yeah, I'm doing a darn thing because I can't sit still. I
Right.
gotta, the bar is high on both sides of my family. So I
Absolutely.
can't just sit here. I had to be better and do better. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm reaching for the top and I ain't gonna stop till I get there.
I know that's right, baby. Because what? Because it's excellence, excellence every time. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. Let's see. Aunt Lisa said that, Lisa, this season is growing me into a woman who wants to seize every opportunity that God has for me. That points right back to what you just said, Shae.
Yeah.
Every opportunity that God has for us, God has. For I know the plans I have for
Pastor.
you, plans to prosper you, plans to give you hope and a future, and to not harm you. God has a plan for us. We just got to hold on, keep going, and not stay stagnant to get to the plan.
Yeah.
Shelley said, this season is growing me into a woman, a real woman, loving me, enjoying me. Let me just say, your mom, I hope it's okay for me to say, but your mom has a little part-time job, right? And she knows she got this little part-time job that she go to. And she told me one day, she said, Rachel, I'm having fun going to these places and experiencing things I never experienced before. She's like going to these different events and different things. She working, putting money in her pocket because we know she a hustler, homie. She a hustler, homie. But she's also doing different things and seeing different things. I
Yeah.
remember she got on a bus and rode a bus down to South Carolina. Like your mom wouldn't do that. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
at all.
She's doing different things that are things that she's enjoying. And so I love to see it. My baby girl, Yari, I'm
That
so
was
proud of
good,
her.
Yari.
She said this season is growing me into a woman because baby girl, a woman at this time. But this season is growing me into a woman who doesn't beg for a seat at a table that she can build herself.
Hmm.
Come on, big Yaya.
And that comes from loving yourself. When you love yourself, you ain't gotta continue to want to sit at other people's table. It took me a while to get there. So y'all, you learned that at 18, which
Yeah,
is amazing because it
yeah,
took me a while. I just wanted friends. I just wanted to sit at other people's table. And it's like same people I want to love on, they giving me a hard time because they want to sit at my table.
right,
I won't worry about being at my own table. I'm worried
right.
about sitting at other people's table. So then I started loving myself. I'm like, I can make my own
I
table.
am the table.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
Period.
That's
Yes,
good, Yari.
Kylie. Kylie said, I am growing into this season is growing me into a woman who cares more about myself. I can take care of my kids and myself too. Yes, you can. And we already
Kylie's an
said that.
amazing mom. You and Kylie have the
Yeah.
same story, I'm Rachel. Very,
Mhm.
very similar. And
Yeah.
Matt is amazing. He's
Awesome.
16 now and he's an amazing kid.
Oh,
She's
I
her
love
big one
it.
with him.
I
And
love it.
yes, she
Go,
has taught me
Kylie.
some things. Yes, she has taught me some things about being a mother. Like Sunday, I left church early
Mhm.
because I keep leaving early when the kids show out. I don't have the strength right now
Mhm.
to just sit there. But I watch it online and she just texts me a prayer. She
Yeah.
texted me her prayer led me to come home, not fuss at them, not be mad at them. I put them kids in the bed and I came downstairs and played my gospel music, folded everybody's clothes, and cooked dinner.
Yeah.
And I did not let them, even when they was up, I told them to lay there until mommy was ready for them to come down. So like her prayer, she don't even know, but her prayer really spoke to my heart. And it was
Yes.
able to let me be calm when I came home because I get mad that I have to leave church early because they don't want to sit still and they don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But her prayer really helped me. A
Yeah.
lot of my girls don't know that they be really just be helping me. They be keeping me grounded sometimes.
That's good. And that's the Holy Spirit working through people. That's why the assembly of the saints is so important. People feel like they don't have to go to church. They don't have to physically go to a church building, but when you physically go to a church building, it allows people who are gifted in the spirit to be able to pour into you, to be able to see what you need and to be able to be used by God to bless you and support you. Kia said, God is this season is growing me into a woman who does not take things so personal and silences the noise that doesn't benefit. Come on.
Oh, that's good, Kia.
Listen,
Wow.
one of my songs, Silence the Noise in My Mind, Lord. Silence the noise in my mind, cause I want to see you. The noise can be so loud, and it's
Wow.
nothing
Oh,
but noise. Like, shut up, brain.
yeah.
Okay, turn this brain off.
You got to
Everything
change
I'm
the channel.
You got to change the channel, silence the noise that doesn't benefit. It could be literal noise. People, our kids, people in our spaces, in our jobs, just what does not benefit you. Take the meat and leave the bones, right? Because the meat is what nourishes us. The meat is what nourishing us. Who understands God's love for me is non-negotiable. This is Pastor Angela, a woman who understands God's love for me is non-negotiable in every circumstance. I am always eligible for upgrade in my experience with him. In
That's
every
good.
circumstance of our life, I am always eligible for an upgrade. I love that. God can take us from here, from the pit to the palace in no time.
Yeah.
Okay, because he doesn't work in time. But Nita said, God, this season is growing me into a woman who chooses me first and stops stressing over things I can't control. What a task. God grant me the serenity. Okay,
Mhm.
because we trying to control everything, our children, their choices, our mates, their choices, our everything. And we can't do that. We cannot control what you can't control. You got to give up.
Right.
You got to give up. I love it. Everything you're saying about your aunt is true. Thank you. I thank you, Shay, for sharing into me. I appreciate that. I love that. And I'm so grateful to be able to have you. You know, my very first niece, my very first little baby girl, who I can feel like I made an impact on. You
Yeah.
know, for you to feel comfortable and be able to share with me when you found out you were pregnant with Phoenix, to be the first of your older of us, you know, to be able to have that, you know, and for you to trust me with that, and then to trust me with Phoenix, and to trust me with Deuce, like when you went to Mexico, you know, I'm honored to be able to be trusted and to be loved, and I'm honored to share your story with my living well audience, because you brought people to this live today. You have a tribe, you have a group, an assignment that you're leading, and they are going to be better women because of you. You'll be, a better woman because of them, and we're all better because of each other, you know. And I'm very, very grateful for you and very proud of you.
Thank you.
Very proud of you.
The people
Very,
you have
very
around
proud
you
of you.
matter. Like I say
Yeah.
that, like if you're not going to church and you're not trying to be better every day, like I am, and it's not like you gotta be like me, but
Yeah.
we should want to go higher. We should want a better house. We should want a better
Yes.
car, a better job. We can't
Yes.
just stay stagnant. We
Right.
gotta want to go higher. We gotta want to be better. And so I surround myself with people that want to be higher, and even in God. Like you
Yeah.
can't just want to stay there. Like you
Right.
got to, you know what I'm saying? My friends be coming around me when I'm shouting, and the next thing I know, I look around and they praising God. That's
Gone. It's
exactly what happens
contagious.
when you start something or somebody has something, it gets off on the next person. So if you always angry, always bitter, always being mean, always talking about people, then that's gonna get on me. I don't
Right.
want that on me. So it's
Right.
very important who I have around me and who pours into me,
Yeah.
because then I'm able to do it for them. Like Vanya, I saw Vanya, my friend Vanya said she's the
Mhm.
friend that's going to pray for us. We love
Yeah.
her, and I love you too.
Yeah.
I pray for my girls. I pray for even my family. I pray for everybody.
Yeah.
I ain't stopping because I know that God got something for everybody, you
I
know?
love
So
it. Absolutely. I love it. Nene said, I just want to say that because she had mentioned earlier what you being one of her students. She said, Shay and Jay started my journey for me to open up my own business years ago. She was y'all
oh,
daycare teacher.
yes, I
And
remember.
yup, and then she opened up her daycare, Nene's Kids, and she did so much for the community and kids who otherwise would not have it. And so her being sitting on this live watching a child that she used to take care of when she was a teenager, even younger than you, life comes full circle, and it
It
gives us so much pride and so much power, and empowers us because you feel like, hey, I had a hand in this person's development.
Yeah,
Like this is crazy. You know, you've seen us at all different stages. You've seen me literally at every stage of my life,
yeah,
from,
You was
the,
my babysitter sometimes, and we was with you. You know what I'm saying? When I fell
yeah,
in the water at the
yes, out in the
park.
streets. Okay, we was
Yeah,
out in the
like we just used
streets.
to go, and so I think that's where my love for wanting to go try new things. I Rachel, you gonna try new food, you gonna
Yes.
try new places, you gonna travel. You just do that, and so you make me want to do that. Like
Yeah.
I know one thing about my family, we don't sit still.
Right.
And my husband said it all the time, babe, you just want to go. You just want to go. Yes, because what everything we see in the house every day, why we want to see that on the weekends or why we want to see that all the time? Let's get out. Let's go explore the world. Because one day we're going to be up out of here.
That's what
So
I was
let's
about to
just
say.
go.
Tomorrow is
Yeah.
not promised. God bless the soul tonight of Apostle Janice Thomas. I do want to honor her tonight. We lost her this week, and she was on the calendar to speak at at our leadership conference next week.
Oh, wow.
She's on the flyer to speak at our church anniversary, next week. And we law and she passed away last Thursday. And it just triggered something in my spirit, like, Rachel, this life, it's been happening more and more as we've been losing people, but tomorrow is not promised. You have to walk in your purpose today. You have to walk in your joy today. You have to walk in your power today. God, please bless the family. Please bless his kingdom ministries. Bless Bishop Randall Thomas. We send them all love, comfort, and peace, but I'm learning from losing Apostle, from losing my mom, from losing my mother-in-law, from losing friends, people my age. Life is not, we know the birthday. We
Birthday.
don't know the death day. We're
Right.
living in the dash, that time between life and death. And you got to make that dash pop. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got to make
No
it pop.
regrets. Just
No
living.
regrets.
That's what I tell my school.
Lisa
Just
said it.
living.
I can't remember exactly how she said it, but something about regrets she said. Hopefully she'll put it in the thing, but that's good. Okay, Shae, what would you want to leave? What is your biggest nugget you want to leave with the people of the living well on tonight?
Um, I would like to tell you guys that the season that you are in is not forever. Think about life like you're riding a horse and not like you're riding a rocking horse. Because
Mhm.
even though that rocking horse keep going, it's stagnant. But that
Mm.
horse, it's gonna take off eventually. It's behind the gate. So
Wow.
you don't have to be farther. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Think about life right now. It's okay what you in right now, but know that eventually you're gonna be that horse that take off. Eventually they gotta blow the whistle so that horse can go. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna always
Yes.
stay behind that gate. It's not always gonna stay there. Life ain't always gonna be like this. It's gonna get better. It gotta get better. And as long as you have faith, and it only have to be the size of a small mustard seed, small
Yes.
mustard seed, it's going to get better. I really
Yes.
pray that over the people watching tonight, that life gets better and that the season that I'm in right now, because I'm a living testimony to that,
Yeah.
it gets greater later.
It
It
gets
gets greater
greater.
later.
After this, there will be glory. After
After this,
this, there will be victory. There will be joy. There will be peace. There will be everything. I love it. I love it. Lisa said it. You only have regrets when you don't have revelation.
oh, that's
So if
good.
you have the revelation of what is happening, you pray for the revelation, you fast for the revelation. Hey, you
Yep.
fast for your husband, okay? Don't let that slip between the cracks. Don't let that slip between the comments. She did mention that she fasted for her husband. We talk about that Sierra prayer, a prayer, and some of these things come by prayer and fasting. So there are things and steps that you can take to
Yes.
bring your dreams and your life into fruition, to bring it to pass, manifest it into your life, speak it into your life, claim it into your life, decree and declare it into your life. All right, Shae, I am going to ask you, mighty prayer warrior, to pray for the people of the living well tonight. Pray us on up out of here.
God, I just thank you. I thank you
Thank
for
you, Lord.
this moment with my aunt, God.
Yes,
Thank you
God.
for this moment and to be able to touch the people of God. God, I thank you for being so amazing within me and my aunt so that we can do
Yes.
things like this, God.
Thank you,
God, I
God.
thank you for the people on this live right now. Everything, every season that they're in, God, I pray that if they don't want to stay in it, that you remove it or you get them out of it, God. Everything that was
Yes.
said in the comments,
Let the
God,
seasons
of what
change.
they're where they at, God, I pray that you teach
Thank
them
you,
that.
God.
I pray that you teach them
Yes.
that. I pray that you give them
Yes.
confidence. I pray that you show them how to love themselves. I pray that
Yes.
you give them victory. I pray that you give them revelation, God.
Thank you,
I pray
God.
that you give the
Thank
people
you.
of God everything that they desire, God. Give your
Yes.
people the desires of their hearts, God. And if they
Yes.
need to fast, if they need to pray, if they need to go in some consecration for you, God,
Yes.
let it be easy for them, God.
Thank you, God. Make it
God, I
easy.
thank you. I thank you and I praise you for those
Thank
who
you.
came before me, for who I am today, God. I thank you,
Yes.
God. Give us the desires of our heart, God.
Thank you,
Silence the
Jesus.
noise in our minds, God.
Thank you,
I
God.
speak
In the
against
name
the
of
spirit of
Jesus.
anxiety over your people. I speak
In the
against the
name
spirit
of
of
Jesus.
depression. I speak against
Yes,
the
God.
spirit of oppression. I speak against
Yes,
the
God.
spirit of anger,
Thank
God.
you,
I
God.
speak against the
Hallelujah.
spirit of
Thank
regret.
you, God. In the
God,
name of
I speak
Jesus.
against all
Thank you,
these
God.
spirits that your people are
Yes,
going through,
God.
God. Replace every spirit with joy and
Thank you,
hope,
God.
God, and faith, God.
Thank you.
Give your
Yes.
people something to look for, God. I thank you for who you are to us. I thank you for
Thank
who
you.
you are, who you have been, and who you going to be, God. I thank you for
Yes.
everything you're going to give us, God. And may this year be nothing like what's coming next year, God. I thank you and I praise you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Girl, I
Like
had to
grandma
anoint
say,
myself.
hey.
Amen. I had to anoint myself during that prayer. I know
Yes.
that's right.
Sometimes you
Thank
gotta
you
pray it
so
over
much.
yourself.
Yes, you got to pray over yourself. Y'all see, I got my bottle of anointing oil right here. It's on my
Me too.
desk in
I still got
arm's
mine from
reach.
Apostle. I still got my
Yes.
oil from Apostle.
Yes, amen. I thank you again, Shay, for joining. This was
Thank you for
wonderful. You
having me.
shared, yes, you shared such great nuggets. Thank you for being transparent and honest. And I pray that God pours back into you and restores you for what you poured out into us tonight. We receive it, and you are welcome at the Living Well anytime. Come up with some good ideas for your auntie so that we can do some other things. If you got people that you think we should bring on, send me some referrals and some good stuff. People that are watching, I need you. I need you. I need you at the well. I want to have some
Yes.
more wife conversations.
Come share your experience. It's a lot of people in San Diego that have so many
Yeah.
different testimonies, and I can refer them, but I don't know,
Yes.
they be acting shy. My friends have been through a
That
lot.
mine be acting shy too.
I told
I
her before
know.
she just commented. I told her you need to come in there because her husband's been not 10 years, and then
Yeah.
Kylie has a great testimony. TK has a great testimony, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, y'all need to go to the living well and just share your story. Even people in North
Yes.
Carolina, you got some your friends. They got some testimonies. They got some things they've been
Absolutely.
through.
I
Yes.
got some surprises for y'all next week. I got a couple of my girls who have agreed to come on. We going to
Oh,
get together.
amazing.
So I'm really excited about that. God is doing amazing things through us, through the living well. And we just want to bring glory to God. That's all I want. I want him to get the glory. I want lives to be changed. I want people to be empowered, to find their purpose, to become aligned. I want them to find safety and love and here at the well. So, girl, it's 10 o'clock my time.
Oh yes, it's only 7 p.m. here, y'all.
Oh man, I wish I love the West Coast. You know I love it. But we gonna wrap up. I'm gonna just say thank you, Shay. Y'all tune in on next Tuesday. I have we'll be back here at 6:15 Eastern Standard Time, which is 3:15 Pacific time. But you can just jump on, at any time and tune in. Follow me so you can get some highlights. Please, you could go watch the replay. I finally started my YouTube, so please go follow me on YouTube. I need some followers. I will be uploading all of the Living Well episodes there, and we'll
I
start
was just
going
about to
live.
ask you that. Okay, I
Yes,
was just
I've
about to ask
already
you like,
uploaded. several episodes there on my YouTube
Oh,
page. It's
cool.
The
Okay.
Living Well.
Okay.
But I'll be adding more. All of the episodes will be available there to watch as well. And one more thing, I just want to shout out this Friday. If you don't have plans and you're local in the area, we have gospel karaoke Friday night at my church, Faith Assembly. You can go to my page and see the details. It's only $5. We lit it for the Lord. And I want, y'all to come out. I have vendors that'll be there, shop, so you can come shop. I have my husband is going to be cooking. You could come buy a plate and you can come sing or listen to gospel karaoke. Let's just fellowship. One of the things we talked about tonight is using our resources, the church as a resource to enjoy ourselves. Just because you're living for God and you're living saved and you're not going to the club or going to the bars or partying like you were, you got to find something new to do, something positive. We talked about being around positive people. So I want to have y'all come out Friday night, Faith Assembly Christian Center. Go to my page, find the information, and let's have fun. You know what I'm saying? We living for God, but we're also want to still live.
Yeah.
Right. And so join us at Gospel Karaoke
I wish I
Friday
was
night.
gonna be
I
there.
know,
Oh,
I know, I know.
oh,
But you'll be here. We'll do something. We'll do
yes,
something when you're here. Okay.
yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
Love you.
Love you
All
so
right,
much.
guys.
Good
Go add me,
night.
y'all, so y'all can see updates.
Yes, follow Shae. Follow Shae Baldwin, okay? And love you, Shae.
I love you.
All right, bye.
Bye.